Then I got a call from former Mayor Steve Bartlett, who then asked me to chair the South Dallas Fair Park Trust Fund. From that point, upon taking on that task, I reviewed my responsibilities as chairman. Upon reviewing my responsibilities, I looked at the past of the trust fund, and the trust fund had some money in it, but the money was going out in $50,000 lump sums to friendly organizations. The money was intended to go for and directly to and in the hands of the small businesses in the immediate South Dallas Fair Park area that were affected by the Starplex Theater and all of the traffic that was coming in and out of our community, and the trash that they was leaving and the noise that the neighbors had to live and bear with. In making a decision as chairman, I said we were not going to give away these $50,000 in lump sums to friendly friends, that we were going to do a $10,000 grant in small increments to a small business, because most of our small businesses only need a leg up. So you can just imagine, for especially those of you that are entrepreneurs and in the business, what a $10,000 grant that you don't have to pay back means to your business. That you don't have to pay back. That's when the banks were still redlining us over in the South Dallas area. However, under my leadership as chairman, I put directly into the hands of the small businesses in South Dallas $563,000. Now, you will see some of those businesses still making it today. The Delta Sigma Theta House is one that I look at, because they got $10,000 to help acquire that house on Martin Luther King so that they could refurbish it, and they're still there today. Eagle Trophies, which is on top of the Graham's Barbershop, where when we at the NAACP used to meet, the gentleman in which was elderly, he applied because he makes trophies. And back in the day, you know, you have to engrave your name on that trophy. And he had to take that hammer and that needle and go through it and engrave it. Well, when he got his $10,000, he bought a computerized engraver. And he began to stay there late at night, even after NAACP meetings. All you'd hear is and it was automatically cutting. But that gentleman said to me, he said, "Thank you, Dwayne." He said, "Son, thank you." He said, "Now I can bid on city contracts." And so when you can provide some type of hope for them, and you're not afraid to fight and go and make sure that it's debited up correctly, and for those who are deserving and not those that are greedy, then you get that joy and appreciation. Even the Phillips in Bunton, the only car wash in Bunton that had absolutely no lights and no vacuum cleaners, well, they applied for the trust fund only so they could buy lights and have vacuum cleaners. Well, I was serving with a gentleman that Anglo, and no problem with that, but he was on the trust fund board, and he insulted me as far as I was concerned, because he said, just let them come on over to North Dallas and wash the cars. Well, when he said that, I rolled up my sleeves and made sure that the Phillips will have the vacuum cleaners and the lights. And they have had vacuum cleaners and lights, and I'm proud to say, since 1993. So when you get to looking at these little bitty fights that you don't hear a lot about, but you have the tenacity to get in there and to make sure that they respect you and that your heart is right when you're trying to do for people and the community is right, then you will always win eventually.